Welcome to Lipadeni, and here we expose crooks who borrow money they never pay, or friends, lovers who owe you money and they never pay. And today we have Eunice Washira, who's a victim of a friend who borrowed money from her, then refused to pay. Why did they refuse to pay? She's going to tell us her story.
So my name is Eunice Washira, and I'm here to demand payment for money owed to me by Farida Pandey. So Farida is a long-time friend, and I advanced her money on various dates between 2020 and 2021 when they're going through financial constraints owing to legal disputes that her husband was undergoing. Ndung'u Gethenji, former member of parliament for Tetu, and the money was said to be for various reasons, school fees, there was a car, some household furniture, and some business.
So they didn't have a car, or?
They had a car, but it had mechanical issues and they wanted to upgrade it. And so that's why they requested for money to get a car.
So you lent them money to buy a car?
I actually did get the car and gave it to them.
You bought them a car?
I paid for the car, yes.
You paid for the car?
Yes.
And this is the money that was never refunded to you?
Yeah, part of the money that has not been refunded to me.
Continue.
So, so from 2022, I've been trying to follow up on the money and been given various reasons as to why they were not able to pay because we were still ongoing financial issues. And it kept on rolling month after month after month. And finally, in August of 2024, we met and they paid some amount.
So how much money did you loan them? How much money did they pay you?
The amount in Kenya shillings was upwards of 5 million, and they paid 1.7, so giving a balance of 3.9. There was also another amount that was advanced to them in dollars, and that's $10,000, which has not been repaid.
How did you give the $10,000?
That was a check that was advanced. So for all the monies that I'm asking for repayment, it was either advanced through a bank transfer and or payment for goods that they requested for. So that's the car and the furniture.
How long have you known Farida?
I've known Farida for close to 2 decades now.
That's about 20 years.
Yes.
So you gave Farida the money because
it was based on friendship and the promise that they were going to pay. So I didn't expect that I'd be taken through the indignity of having to ask for the money and, the back and forth, the rolling dates, always being taken round. It's going to be paid this month, and then something else crops up. It's going to be paid next month, and answered calls when I try to follow up. So for me, that's the reason I'm here. I just want a closure for this and for me to get my money, and that's it.
So does Farida talk to you?
On text, yes. I stopped taking calls from Farida because it started becoming acrimonious, and for me, it was just me asking for the money. It didn't need to degenerate to what it degenerated to. So for that reason, I do not take calls, but yes, I only ask for my money on text.
When you met with Farida and the husband, what did the husband tell you?
That he has taken responsibility and he's the one who's going to pay for the loan. I mean, for the money is advanced. And even for all the conversations that I've had with Farida on text, she always points back to Ndung'u saying this or Ndung'u saying the other.
Because the money was being borrowed to help Ndung'u with his financial problems.
It was for whatever their family and financial problems, whatever it is that they needed at that time, whatever I was told the money was for, I advanced it on the belief that that's what it was going to be used for.
So what are they telling you? So if Farida would say, give me $10,000, what is the money for?
So it would either be for business or school fees or bail money. So some of it was paid directly to a contact for the lawyer.
For Kenyans who don't know Ndung'u Gethenji is a former member of parliament for Tetu, and he has been arrested many times for assault, forging documents. He's been involved in a criminal case, civil cases. He's been caught for many times. And what Eunice is saying actually, that the money that Farida was borrowing was to pay for his legal fees, his bail money, and to take his kids to school. Oh, and you also bought him a car.
Continue. Yes. Yeah, so the reason I believe that Ndung'u Gethenji is able to pay is because they sold off some holding to some hotel business, and seemingly has been able to buy a new car, and so I do believe that they are able to pay. It's just that they're not willing to
You
pay.
upgraded the car that you bought him and bought a new car.
I yeah.
What is your ask to the borrowing couple?
So my ask to them is to pay up and stop with the back and forth. Just pay up.
How does this entire case make you feel? Like, you had a friend for 20 years. Now this friend of yours is not paying you and she's living large. How does that make you feel?
For me, I would say, for me, it's money. It's a money issue. My money has no feelings. I just want my money back. But the indignity that I've been subjected to, with the back and forth was totally uncalled for. So on the 10th of August last year, we met with Ndung'u and Farida at Art Cafe, and I was accompanied by my cousin. So they gave me 1.7 million, which was part repayment of the amount, and Ndung'u undertook to pay the rest of the money owed to me. However, from that time on, it's been one thing after the other, rolling dates and everything. And finally, on the 3rd of January this year, Farida wrote indicating that she hopes that Ndung'u will be able to settle by June. So it's the same thing that has been happening since 2022 to 2024 when they paid the first amount, which is basically the same thing, one excuse after the other, and pushing the repayment to an indefinite date.
Kama ulilipiwa school fees, ukanunuliwa gari, ukalipiwa lawyer, ukalipiwa bill, lipa deni, lipa deni. Lipa deni.